Hey there, guys. It's Randy Mendez with Mendez and Associates at eXp Realty. I'm super excited to jump in this evening and just chat with you a little bit about buyer agency and why it is important to have a buyer in this market. And I'm just kind of slightly distracted for a second because I can see myself back there. So normally, obviously, I'm not in the office working, but daylight savings has hit and I'm powering through. And so I'm usually not here at night to see the backlight and my own reflection. So anyways, that's an extra special treat. So I just kind of want to talk to you about this market, something that I have noticed. I've noticed this probably at any time, but especially right now with us having historically low inventory. I've noticed that people will sometimes say that they're not having a buyer's agent because they want to put multiple agents to work for them. And I just want to kind of speak to how that is actually not good for yourself as a buyer and how that's actually a disservice. And one of the reasons being is because you kind of nailed it on the head when they say to me, well, there's not much inventory, so I want to put multiple agents to work. That's the point. There's not much inventory. And so what I mean by that is really at any point in any market, it's important to have an agent that's going to go, take it to the next level in your search, meaning that they're just not relying on you to find the home on, Zillow or Realtor.com, but really hunting on and off market for you. And so one of the things that's really imperative when you have a buyer's agent is that we're going to be looking on and off market for you. We're going to start really expansive and kind of show you everything that is an option, and then we're going to narrow it in. But when you're in a market like our market right now, where there just is no inventory, we are not in a balanced market. We are not even necessarily in a seller's market. This is just a crazy market, meaning that the days, the absorption rate of homes is just dropping and dropping and dropping. And so really we're having to turn over rocks. And when an agent needs to do that, they're going to do that for somebody that they're in relationship with. So just think about that. If I have one 10-minute conversation with a buyer and they tell me what they want, and I happen to have 5 other buyers that are in the mud, in relationship with me, committed to me, allowing me the opportunity to get to service their real estate needs, I'm going to work harder for those ones that are in relationship, right? I'm going to turn over the rocks. I'm going to dig through the mud. I'm going to hunt high and low, off market. And then I'm going to army crawl to do what I got to do to find us those homes that we can actually make offers on and then get competitive. And so, whereas if you haven't committed to an agent, they're not really going to feel comfortable going to that level for you. Furthermore, they're not going to understand your needs, and they're not going to be in a relationship with you to really even know where to look and what rocks to, overturn for you. So it's in that buying process, it's in that hunting process that all of a sudden we realize, yeah, it was a dream to have that 3-car garage, but that's not as necessary as the single level living. Or yeah, we were really leaning into one particular area, but at this point, if we can get into the market, we're happy to go with this area. Or, we absolutely have to have that first floor laundry or that second floor laundry. All of those things it's a process, right? And so, really purchasing a home is not a process of selection. It's a process of elimination. And when the inventory is limited, it's important that we are equipped with the relationship of understanding what the must-haves are. Also, so that's just kind of speaking as to one reason why you should have a buyer's agent so that they can really go in depth and work hard for you. But even before you ever get approved, I hear a lot of clients say, I don't even know where to begin. And it's interesting to me because, again, begin with the relationship, because a good agent is going to be more than happy to help you as long as you're committed to doing the steps. They're going to be more than happy to connecting you with lenders, credit repair, financial advisors, whatever it is that you need to really get the ducks in a row for you to be able to purchase. Every, solid, good realtor I know is more than happy to do that process. Again, especially if you're committed and you're willing to take the steps and be proactive. And so that's another reason, if you're just not sure where to start with the realtor, start with those relationships, start with leaning in and building out a plan. That's one of the things that we are so honored to get to do, is help somebody to actually get to that process of purchasing a home. And so that's another thing. Another thing is, in this market, once you get to the point of writing an offer, a lot of people tell me, well, I've bought and sold homes for myself, many times. Well, this is also historically low inventory in most markets. This is also unprecedented interest rates, unprecedented competition. And so really just think about, how often the agent is doing this. So even if you sold one home a year for the last 20 years, that's 20 homes, right? Most of us are that are doing this full time, that's what we're seeing in a month or maybe 2 months of transactions. And why that's so important is because we are in the now, and we can really help strengthen you for the now and prepare you for the now. So what that looks like is, COVID has disrupted our industry in many forums, just many different forms. It's disrupted it. So we can give you realistic expectations. I have one client right now that they just want to close on their house. Well, of course, all my clients just want to close on their house, but one in particular that just wants to close. But thankfully, since the beginning, we've been able to explain that we were going to see a delay in some of the process, and it was going to take a little bit longer. So they were upfront set for that expectation that they wouldn't have known of, because they're not aware of some of the new overlays in the lending process. They're not aware of some of the delays in the appraisal process. They're not aware of some of the issues having appraisals picked up in outlying areas. So just different things like that. Okay. Furthermore, not only are we going to be able to better protect your expectations and your experience, but we're also going to be better able to position you for competition. And so putting our best foot forward, working in combination with the lender to make sure that they know how qualified and committed you are to the process, helping the other side understand that we understand the current market, we understand the particular transaction at hand, and finding out different layers that we might be able to add to your negotiation to structure your strength. I've got a couple deals right now where we did 95% of the transaction up front. And so we went into a transaction to where literally we're just kind of twiddling our thumbs and waiting for the back end of the mortgage process to happen, because we were able to handle the appraisal up front, we were able to handle the repairs up front, and we were able to beat out 8 to 10 other offers, because what we came with was a peace of mind, right? So we came with a peace of mind that you don't go into contract with us, and yeah, you love our terms up front, but then 2 weeks later, we're hitting you with, new repair requests or new issues, right? And so again, we came with a level of certainty that some other buyers didn't come with, and we were able to get the job done. So that's something that's important as well. And I think that this is one of those topics that I could dive into and chat with you all day long about. There's just a plethora of reasons. Another thing is, a lot of times people say, money, I just don't have the money. Buying a house is expensive and I don't have the money. And a lot of times, that's another misconception, is that there's a fee for us. Of course, there is a fee, but the way that most states work, including Nevada, is that fee is paid for by the seller. And then the selling agent offers out a compensation to whoever brings the buyer. And that's how we get paid. So 9 times out of 10, that is not typically come out of your pocket. And again, an agent that you're in relationship with, their first and foremost priority is going to be you getting the transaction, not them getting paid, right? And so your home's going to be the biggest force. In 16 years, I've only had maybe 1 time, 2 times that something has arose. And as long as I could facilitate the deal, that was my first and primary concern, because again, these people were in relationship with me and had chosen me and allowed me the opportunity to get to be their real estate resource. So really, really would love to dive into you. If you are thinking about purchasing, know that you can jump on our website at realtorsinyourcommunity.com. You also can send me a DM, but in my little preview for this video, you see me all excited there on a computer screen. And really, that's what we can do. We can jump on what we call a buyer's consultation. And in that time, I dive in with you. I just kind of talk to you about your different options. My team members, I also have several team members that would be more than happy to jump in on a consultation with you and answer any questions that you have. And so at the end of the day, we want to empower you to make informed decisions, and we want to empower you to move forward in your dreams and your goals. We want to help you to make your real estate hopes and ambitions reality. And so I would love to start with that as a conversation. And yes, absolutely, relationship first, Sammy, I agree. And so on that note, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. My direct cell phone number is 775-379-8344. Again, you can go to www.realtorsinyourcommunity.com, and myself or any of my team members would be happy to help you out. And don't forget that if you share this post, you'll be entered to win a $250 gift card at the end of the video challenge that we're doing this month. We're going to allow one lucky winner to pick a business of their choosing to get that gift card too. So be sure that you do that as well. And I'm also, gosh, I am definitely 150% failing at remembering our code. So I'm going to catch us up a little bit here. So if you're watching today, you are in luck. You're going to get caught up a little bit. So I'm helping you cheat. So for extra entry to win, you can remember our phrase, and you give us the phrase at the end. And so again, today is a big cheat day, because I'm going to catch us up, because I missed a day don't tell anybody. Shh, I missed a day of my video challenge, and I want to go ahead and make sure that we get all caught up. Somebody should definitely, without a doubt, tape this phrase on both of my computers, because there we go. I got it. Okay. So here's the cheat. If you haven't watched the previous videos, you're going to actually get, you're going to get a little cheat and get caught up. So our first four, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, our first five words were real estate is more to me. That's where we're at. So today's word is me. And now I'm cheating and giving you guys a cheat code if you watch this, because we are at real estate. So real estate is more to me. So 6. Real estate is more to me. Did you guys like that count? It was like bam and bam. So anyhow, thank you so much. We have several more days of the videos that we're going to be doing here live. So please tune in, listen to them, share them with your friends or family if they'd be helpful. Of course, we always want to make everything fun because we are passionate about what we do, and we want to make it a fun experience and an exciting experience. But at the end of the day, we also want to make it informative, and we want to actually move the needle forward. So let us know how we can be a real estate service to you, and we look forward to talking to you soon. Bye, guys.